Hello and welcome. Today is Sunday. It is the 12th day of March 2017. My name is Derek and welcome. And I'm going to go over the BELA priced in Bitcoin on the Poloniex exchange. I've been talking a little bit about this when I first shown a chart, when I was first looking at it. This is what I was seeing at the time was a very bullish setup where it had made this resistance point, continued what turned out to be that of an uptrend, and a very strong single with resistance here coming back. And this was just screaming like it wanted to go up to the upside. I even mentioned that on the priced in the US currency. Since its 25 inception, it's been only doing one thing, and that is going higher. And now I bring it to this point, and this is the daily chart as it is shown today. And it was roughly at this point where I was like, yep, this thing looks as if it wants to break out, and it did just that, going up to the 68.89 handle. And I had an upside level for 5K, which turned out to be here. And I figured, you know what? I was probably going to pierce above, probably to like 6,000. And that was a pretty good number, actually, because it worked out to be where a significant top occurred to be. And then I came back at the day of the top stating, I'm looking for a move in two different key areas. One was the 25 area and one was around the 32 area, which occurred on this day. Now, meanwhile, throughout this point, I was day trading, scaling in and out with more aggressive buys down towards here, getting most of them in, missing out on the 25s, but hitting the 26s, the 28s, the 29s, the 30s, the 32s, all of them. And the market has now since moved towards the upside. As far as the Fibonacci retracement that I will be using, and it's hard to calculate this other than even from here to here, which has been working out bullishly. In fact, I can bring my calculator up now, and we can figure this out, which had a high in at 68.89 and an exact low I can get in at 25.66, which puts the key numbers in at 37.42 and 47.24. So 37 and 47 and change, which has found great support amongst the first one after taking it out. And it hasn't resisted this area or come up to it, but it has had decent pierce below, and what would be ideal is a move maybe piercing above it and then back and then breaking higher. But this thing does look as if it has the potential to keep going higher. Ideally, a move up to this resistance point and maybe a pullback into the 40s would be the best. And then from that point on, a breakout to which level. And this is a hard target to try and figure out. I've tried to figure different Fibonacci upside levels, but when there's so many different key highs and lows, it becomes difficult to do. What you are continuously seeing are the higher highs in the bull market, which is exactly why I like being in this. But we have a situation here of a high below 20 that then comes up to 32. And when I go back to a more previous level, we can see that this 32 was hit a few times. You have this high in here at 12. You had a key resistance point in at 560, another key one at 240. So doubling previous highs is something in which it can do quite often. So therefore, the previous high in at 69, well, doubling that gets you even to 140. However, it's, again, a difficult thing to do. The sky's the limit. This thing could even go over 200, 300 with how wild some of these moves. And if it does manage to go that high without making any type of normal corrections, I'm going to miss out on most of it, because as far as my stages were concerned, This to me felt like the accumulation stage. Even in here was accumulation. This was day trading, and this was distribution. Then for me, this became day trading in here, accumulation. Even here, it's still accumulation stage. And when I talk about day trading, basically what that means is I'm trying to keep my share sizes the same, but sell on the rallies and buy on the sell-offs to try and make 2, 3, 4% snags whenever I can find them within this market. And 4% snags are very hard, but to get 2, 3% snags are very easy. And that's what it'd be coming into. And then when, of course, the market breaks like up in the higher ends, that's when I'd be looking to liquidate out of the most of the shares and then wait again for another correction. And that will be it for the video. Actually, I got market depth as well, so I want to put that in. And the market depth explains how many people are buying versus selling, at least for orders are concerned. So people who have Bitcoin who want to get into the BELA shares, it's quite massive as far as steep. The rate of, and what this means is the price from here to here is a much smaller percent. People are not aggressive into wanting to sell out of these shares at this stage, those whom want to hold. So this has had a bullish setup ever since I started looking at it back in here. So I still like its probability to get past this resistance and make a move over the next few days. It could very easily have some choppy sideways action, which would be fine for me as well because I could trade within that as well. But as far as long term is concerned, if you were in buying in here, a little bit of profit taking here and there is always all right, but I do see much higher gains to take place as this continues to move forward. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.